What is up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Old Guy's Garage. We got an awesome episode for you. We're going to show you how to adjust a panhard bar and adjust the rear end in the frame, both side to side and front to back, to get the wheelbase right on both sides. A lot of guys will just show you how to put a rear end in a frame, but they don't actually show you how to center it and how to line it up. And it's been a frustration of mine not watching a YouTube video that actually shows you the step-by-step process on how to do that. So that's what we're going to show you today. We're going to show you how to center the rear end side to side and front to back, whether it's a car or a hot rod or a truck, it's all the same. So we're going to do an adjustable panhard bar, and we're going to put the shocks on today and then show you what the end result is. So stay tuned.
What is up, guys?
Okay guys, we have our adjustable track bar right here from CPP. It's adjustable on both ends, so once you put it on, all you do is spin the bar and you can adjust the rear end left or right. And then we got our new shocks from CPP. Let's see if we can get this out here. Shocks, they got the little band on there to keep them from expanding. These are for a 5-inch drop. We did a 5-inch lowering spring and 2-inch blocks, but we did relocate the shock mounts and show you the hardware that comes with this. It's on the other side. Let me open it up. Alright, so here's the hardware that it comes with, and this bolts up to the blower shock mount, and we just replaced it, and that diameter hole is a little bigger than the one in the shock mount, so we got to drill out the shock mount to accept this mounting hardware for the shock. That's the lower. This is a bushing for the upper, and we already got those set up here with our, so I bought these at Ace Hardware. They're 7/16 bolts with the bushing sleeve right there, and that'll go inside right there. So let's go ahead and get all this installed. All right, so this is called an adjustable panhard bar or an adjustable track bar, and it gets mounted right here and then under there. So we're going to put that bolt in first. Then we're going to adjust that length right there. It's still a little short. I'll lengthen this side. I already have the rear end centered. So now I'll take the bolt back out. Put that one on. Put this back up here. Let's see if we can get the bolt in. It's pretty close. So all right, there we have it. So now you just take these nuts and lock them down. I'm going to measure the distance from the wheel to the frame on both sides, which it should be on the money right now because I've measured it twice. And that keeps the rear end from going side to side. Alright, so this is the passenger side. Gonna go right up to the frame, center over the axle, And then line up the bottom of the wheel with the front of the wheel. You can see that. We're right at 10 and 3/16. A little over 10 and an eighth. Now we're going to do the same thing from this side. Centered over the wheel. And we're off. Looks like ten and a quarter. So it's too far this way. So we got to adjust the track bar that way. All right, so we're gonna jack up the frame. So we're gonna loosen this up, loosen that bolt, loosen that bolt. And we need to bring the rear end that way. So that means we need to lengthen this. And that's shortening it. And that's lengthening it. All right, so let's measure now. Let's see where we're at. So now, it's literally a 1/16 of an inch on both sides at 10 and a 1/16 down to a 1/16 of an inch. So it's totally awesome. Make sure you always want to adjust the panhard bar when the suspension is completely at right height. All right, so let's tighten up the lock nuts here. This is a 15/16. And so is this. So now we can snug this guy up. Starts tightening up our whole suspension here. And once it's all tight, I'm going to go back and measure, make sure it didn't move. Okay guys, so now we have the panhard bar adjusted. We got it perfect, 10 and 3/16 on both sides. And now we're adjusting the wheelbase. So the wheelbase on these trucks is supposed to be 115 inches from the center of the rear to the center of the front. And we're measuring at 114 and 3/8 on this side and 114 and 3/8 on that side. However, to do that, I had to pull the axle back a little bit here, and then I had to pull the axle forward a little bit right there to make sure that the wheels are centered on both sides so the truck doesn't track down the road funny. So that's what we're doing right now, is now we're snugging up the whole suspension with it strapped in place. All right, so what we're doing is snugging up those guys right there. The ones on the other side are snug. We're snugging up the springs. And then I gotta snug up the trailing arm bolts underneath. But it's almost back on the road, guys. I'm getting stoked. Almost there. All we got to do left is put the sway bar on and put the gas tank back in. And this thing's coming out of the garage. Here's the lower shock mount that we just put on and replaced. And then we drilled that hole out to a bigger diameter so that we can get that shock mount in that came with the shock from CPP. So we just got to do the other side. I don't know if you can see it from here. You got to drill that hole out over there to a little bigger diameter so I can get that one mounted and then put the shocks on. All right, guys, so we got to drill that hole. that end up, and it goes right down there on the bottom, and on the top, right there in that hole right there. Let's get started. Alright, so we're going to put a washer, lock washer, and a nut. These are all grade 8 bolts. Alright, so we got a big washer, then a lock washer, then a nut. Alright, snug that one up, and do the same thing over there. And then snug the top one up, and we're done with that side, and then repeat over here on the passenger side. All right, let's do the passenger side. I put some lube on it this time. It seemed to go a lot smoother. There we go. Yeah, way easier like that. Okay, that one's snugged up. There we go. Cut the strap. And we're done. She's all back together. All we gotta do is do the sway bar, put the wheels and tires back on. I'm gonna change the oil, put a little tranny fluid in, and we're driving this baby out. Hey guys, thanks for staying tuned to the end. Please like the video, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe if you like our video content. If you hit the bell when you do that, we'll actually get you a notification every time we upload a video, so you can see our videos coming up. We're going to try and get you one video a week, if not 2 a week, on this build, and also the Chevy Chevelle with the 496 stroker and the C5 Corvette. We're going to do some mods to that. So we got some upcoming videos that are really cool. We're going to try some new stuff. We're going to use some GoPros and do some driving videos too up in the mountains. So that's coming up. Today we did get the shocks in, so our shocks are mounted. We got the adjustable panhard bar all adjusted. The rear end is centered left and right, and the wheelbase, the factory wheelbase is about 115 inches at normal ride height. Right now, with it being lowered, it's at 114 3/8 center on center. So 114 3/8 this way, 114 3/8 this way. So thanks for watching, guys. We were trying to pull this thing out of the garage and the battery didn't start. So sorry for not being able to. Got it all done, got in there to start, and they're like click, 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 you know. So we appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for the next one. We got some cool stuff coming up. So thanks.